Good morning. It is way early, but I got started block printing yesterday later than I meant to, so I had to stop because of the heat, and today I have more to do. So daily devotion is earlier today. We are working on card 16, Lolo. No, Astra, no. Stand in the light. Come here. You're in the way. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, are you going to be with me and do the cards? No, you're just going to walk across. So, stand in the light, today's card. If you have become obsessed with beauty or power of another, it's time to come back to your own divine beauty, to unearth it, to explore it, to express it, and to let it shine. Trying to blend in will drain the energy from you. Blending in is not your path. Let those who are attracted to your light adapt to your level of divine expression. You are the benchmark, and they will evolve to reach you. So this is the part of the card stuff that I really, really like. In Malagasy, the language of Madagascar, Lolo means butterfly, moth, and soul. The sunset moth of Madagascar is big, beautiful, and bright. Whilst most moths are nocturnal, creatures that are active at night, the sunset moth is a creature of the day. It has iridescent wings, creating a kaleidoscope effect as they refract the light. They are considered by some to be the most beautiful insects on earth. Without their light, their true beauty cannot be recognized. You, like this unique creature, are a being that needs light to nourish your life force, light to reveal your true and remarkable divine beauty. You are meant to shine your divinity in the world in the daylight, not keep it hidden in a cloak of night, for fear of how others may react. The bright colors and shapes of the sunset moth's wings and their presence in the full light of day leads many to mistake these unique moths for butterflies. You too will find that people do not always realize who and what you are. They may mistakenly assume that your joy and beauty indicate that life has always been easy for you. They may fail to recognize the true depth of your soul and experiences of darkness and struggle that you have overcome to become the vibrant, beautiful thing that you can now be seen to be. I love that. During the daylight hours, the sunset moth can be seen flitting from flower to flower, feeding on nectar. They discern light waves and indicate a strong preference for white flowers, although not for specific plants. You are one of the rare souls who can find truth and light and love in a number of spiritual religious paths, any number of situations. You are able to recognize and be nourished by the purity in many forms. Be it a random act of kindness from a stranger, unconditional love of an animal, and a genuine blessing from a spiritual master, you can sense the true presence of love through the evolved inner spirit of discernment. The Madagascar sunset moths are very particular in their eating habits. They are attracted to the nectar of plants that other creatures tend to avoid because they cannot metabolize the toxins. For the sunset moth, however, they are drawn to consume, and it's not harmful to them. Instead, these moths become poisonous to predators by simply following their natural instincts to nurture themselves according to what suits them. What nurtures and nourishes you, what feels good for your heart, body, and soul, is also what protects you. You don't need anything else for an effective protection other than the divine beauty and absolute love absolutely within you. I wanted to read that whole section about the moth specifically because I feel like the last couple years moths and butterflies have been like really big in my life. They show up everywhere. I had huge butterfly in the house like a week ago. I opened the screen door and it flew in, and it took me about an hour to get it back out before, because I didn't want the cat to kill it. And boy, she was really enamored by that thing. I think it's really important. I think the other big part of that card, big part of that message is that we are all unique light beings, right? We are spiritual beings stuck in a human flesh sack, and it's uncomfortable, and we are divine light. We are divine light. We all are. Behind defense mechanisms, bad days, physical body things, knee-jerk reactions to things, inappropriate social behavior, appropriate social behavior. Behind all of that, underneath all of that, we are divine light. We are divine light beings. And being here is not easy. There are things in our lives that create great joy, but there are also things in our lives that create great sorrow and great sadness and pain, angst, discomfort, and trigger fear and change. And things don't remain the same, and they're not supposed to. We crave it. We think we always want things the same, but we need change, and we need things to move and shuffle and move around, or we don't grow. And our modern media, including this platform, Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, all these platforms give us a sense of, on one hand, they can be a good thing. They give us a sense of community for people who struggle with isolation, right? But the other side of what social media does is it can create this sense that if you're not doing what everybody else is doing, you are somehow not part of the community. And what women often, especially in our Western culture, women are often pushed to wear their hair a certain way, and wear makeup, and wear certain clothes, and look a certain way to belong, to fit in. If one person looks this way with these 400 products she's wearing on her body, and she looks good, then maybe if I pretend or fantasize about those things, then I will get that light. And I think the thing that we miss is the opportunity for each of us to be unique and shine brightly, no matter what the outside facade may look like. I'm never going to spend hundreds of dollars on makeup. I'm never going to wear it. I'm never going to wear perfume. I'm never going to wear spandex and look like a, I don't know, what are those things called? A Kardashian. Like, I'm not going to look like that. I'm not going to spend money on plastic surgery, though I have thought about my jowls that drive me crazy. But again, right? We fall victim to what the perceived idea of beauty is, what the perceived idea of what a light spiritual being is. One of the big things that just drives me crazy is that the idea of what a spiritual person looks like. I've been told several times. I can't even count how many times. since I was a teenager. You don't look like you're a spiritual person. You don't look like you're psychic. You don't look like you would know anything. The flip side, I've had people who have talked to me on the telephone, and then they meet me and they're like, whoa, what I talked to on the phone and who I met sounded like two different people. Because it shouldn't matter what the container is. The soul is a light being. You are a light being. Now, are you living your life like a light being, right? Are you living your life fully, and do you love your life, and are you taking care of your physical self so your light self can do more work? That's what matters, right? But it doesn't matter if you've got the worst acne in the world, in the sense that, does that interfere with your ability to be a light being? Do right, act right, do your best. Our physical shell is exactly what that is. It wears out and we go home. We don't need that shell anymore. We don't need those set of clothes. We've worn them out. By the time we're done, we don't need it anymore. So what really matters is that you take care of it. It's yours for a little while. You take care of it. You eat right. You do the things you're supposed to. But it's what you do and it's who you are that matters. And I keep coming back to that moth, that butterfly image, that I use the imagery all the time about a chrysalis. You know, the butterfly that goes, well, the caterpillar, the worm that goes in and then comes out this beautiful butterfly. There's a transformation that happens. And we all have the opportunity, through activating our blueprint, being active in our lives, being conscientious of the choices we make, to become that butterfly, to become that transformed being here while we're here. We don't have to wait to go home to all of a sudden be enlightened and doing more and being active more and helping other people and being part of the community. And we don't have to wait for something else. We don't have to wait for somebody else to do something for us to live an authentic, activated, involved life. And I think that that's one of the things that I think is beautiful, and why I keep getting butterfly reminders is that I'm not waiting anymore. I am not waiting anymore. I'm doing the things that I want to do. Now, right now, I'm making a lot of Ottoman garb, but I'm writing on my book, and I'm seeing clients, and I'm doing the things that I can help my community and make me also feel good that I'm contributing. And daily devotionals are for me. That's why I started them. Entirely selfish. But through that action, I have chosen to share my growth with others. And that creates community. I'm giving back. And in giving back, I'm not waiting, and I'm letting my own transformation help other people. We all do it in different ways. I just happen to be doing daily devotional. That's all. It's been such a long, I guess I've been doing daily devotionals now for 5 years now. For about 2 years there, I kind of didn't really do them for other people. I was doing them on and off for myself, and then I quit doing them altogether. But I've been going back and listening to my old ones, and I'm like, wow, I actually had a good point there. That was pretty awesome. I've forgotten that. They're for me too. I need reminders too. So, have a beautiful day, my friends. And have a beautiful, moth-filled, butterfly-filled day. Blessed be, and I'll see you tomorrow in prayer.